Boom. Fall on your shoe. Welcome again to the rock. Brothers and sisters, do not let anybody disrespect you, your way of life, or your family, and still allow them to maintain a part of your life. You see, today, people, this entitlement society, people feel that they have the right to disrespect you any way they feel like it at any point in time. You see it with, the church, pastors. You see it with, or leadership or elders. They'll disrespect you in the drop of a dime, but then demand the utmost respect from you. You see it in households where your parents will disrespect you, just outright disrespect you, but still demand the highest level of respect from you. It's bullshit. So you can honor your parents. And part of that honoring, sometimes in order to honor your parents, you have to get the hell away from them and stop talking to them. Because you know that they're going to disrespect you, your life, how you live. And sometimes you just got to walk away and cut that relationship off. You see, with my family does not disrespect me. So I can still maintain a resemblance of a relationship with them. They live their life, I live my life. We have the understanding. I've heard it many times from brothers and sisters where, let's say you're a brother, let's say you live, a former biblical marriage, polygyny. And you've got your friends and family that are just disrespecting you. Let's say you have 2 or 3 ribs, and they disrespect your second or your third, or your fourth. And they won't even recognize them. I will cut that stuff off immediately. You see, it doesn't take a whole lot to respect, because these are the same people that will go out there and respect homosexuality. They'll respect whoremongering. These same people won't respect you and your lifestyle, but will go out there and respect a whoremonger. They'll be a whoremonger and demand respect as a whoremonger, but then look at you and have something to say about you and your life. Cut them off. Brothers, do not allow anybody on your side of the family, if you live this lifestyle, or if you homestead, or whatever it is you may be doing, do not allow them to disrespect you, your household name, or your family. Don't let them do it. It happens, in the racial sectors, where you may be let's say a Hebrew man, and you marry a woman that is of another nation. And your family will be sitting there, why you marry that woman for? You just want it, and they just be talking about the nationality of the woman that you chose to marry. Cut that off. You owe nobody you owe nobody to sit down and listen to them talk bad about you or your lifestyle or who you chose to marry, because they sure as hell didn't ask nobody when they chose to get married and get divorced, and married and divorced, and married and divorced. So what makes you think they have a right to talk about you? Or sisters, don't let no woman or no man talk against your husband. Don't let it happen. See, we as people who follow a narrow path have to understand the broad road is very popular and there are a lot on it. We have to understand that it is not our job to listen to a bunch of people who are largely unsuccessful in their own endeavors and in their own life. I don't listen to people who have failed in marriage. They don't give me counsel on marriage. That's foolishness. That'd be like you coming and asking me about what it's like to hit a game-winning shot in the NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz in Brian Russell's face. Michael Jordan did that. I'm like, I don't know what it's like. But see, people are so prideful today that they'll try and give you an answer to something that they know nothing about because they have not successfully done it. And you want to give them credence or give them an ear because they simply exist, or because they tell you, well, I'm your mama or I'm your daddy. Many of us, whether we like it or not, we honor our parents, but our parents did not teach us or raise us in any way that was according to Yah's law or the truth. So you can have an honor to them, But honor does not mean you have to sit down and listen to what they say. Honor does not mean that because they exist, they have a right to speak about your life. Honor can simply be, hey, I love you, and I also love you enough to know that you're disrespectful. And so that I don't put myself in a position to disrespect you, we're just not going to talk. You're not going to know about my life. And that's going to have to be it. It's cool. Because you see, men, when somebody speaks against your wife, your wives, your children, they're speaking against you. They're speaking against you. That's your rib. She's part of your body. And sisters, when you allow somebody to speak against your husband, she's speaking against you, because that's who you have chosen to become one with. And we have such a lackadaisical attitude that makes us think that it's our job to take people's shit. It's our job in this walk and in this faith to just sit back, turn the other cheek, let people say what they want and do what they want. And our job just was to sit there and nod our heads and say, okay, yeah, oh, wow, Nowhere in the Bible does it say that's our job. We get up, we walk away. We try to maintain peace. And if people don't want peace, hey, be the best fighter you could possibly be. That's what I truly believe. If people want peace, give peace. But if people don't want peace, I find it, truly amazing that people will talk against you, and they won't talk to you. They want to talk at you. They want to talk, and brothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Many of you have experienced this. You live a different lifestyle. I can't tell you how many times I've been talked about as a man who lives out here, who grows his own food, builds his own home, lives his own life. But people will talk about you because you're a man of color and decide to live this sort of lifestyle. They ask the question, why don't you live like us normal ones do? Reminds me back in the day when I was, I've always been a pretty articulate person. Now, I remember somebody of color came to me and was like, why are you trying to talk white for? And I was like, this shit sounds so stupid. Why is it that if a person of color talks intelligently, doesn't have to sag his pants, although I did that, doesn't have to, this is when I came out of that mess. You change your life around and people start, why are you trying to act white for? Why is it that anytime a man of color tries to live successfully, grows his own food, yada, 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 take care of his family, people say, you're trying to act white? Why is it that in our culture, I'm going there. Shit, this is my channel. I'm going there. Why is it that when it's anything that has to do with intelligence or self-sufficiency or preserving your house, why is it that it's considered being white? Some of y'all love being ignorant too damn much. I've never considered intelligence white. I don't consider intelligence black. I consider intelligence intelligence. I consider wisdom wisdom. I consider right ruling right ruling. It's not dependent on what color you are. Some of y'all niggas is too damn dumb. Just being honest, some of y'all too damn dumb. You would rather follow a destructive nature than ever open up your damn eyes and say, this stuff is stupid. Killing folk over a color is stupid. Living against Yah's law is stupid. I understand that I did it. I understand that I lived that life. But it's stupid. It's foolish. I'll take what I learned from it, but it's foolish. Do not let somebody disrespect you because they feel that they have a right to, because they're your mama, or they're your brother, or they're your elder, or they're your pastor. Maintain your integrity as a man and as a woman and walk away. If they want to keep following you and harassing you, then you got to defend yourself. But walk away. Because in this culture today, there's too many nanny state folk. There's too many folk that are dependent. They want to have the power to be able to affect you by what they say. Usually because their life sucks. Usually because their life ain't shit. This is the whole point of coming out of her. You come out of her, you separate yourself from that mess, brothers and sisters. But nowhere are you required to take somebody else's shit because you exist. Because you ain't living the life that they want you to live. Shit, they ain't even living the life that they want to live. So then they try and pass it off on you as their friend, or as their son, as their daughter. You don't owe anybody that. Stand as a man and stand as a woman. Stand on what Yah has given you. And if they don't want the blessings of what Yah has given them, then they can sit back and, as KS says, buy a dog, die alone. You can live your life with Pookie and Ray Ray. You can live your life with all the hoes in the world that you could possibly want. But this is your life, and this is your shot at life. As you can see behind me, I shot my shot. Brothers, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. People disrespect you. Hey, you keep walking and let your work, let the blessings of Yah that He has given you, let that do the speaking. And pretty soon they're gonna realize how dumb they look. Their name is still coming out. Your name is still coming out their mouth, but their life's so shit. It's the same thing for you, sisters. Stop letting people discourage you and dissuade you or try to dissuade you with their jacked up lives. All you gotta do is look at people's lives. Look at the life of the people talking against you and ask yourself the question, do I want to take advice from that person? If I don't want to take advice from them, then I sure as hell don't want them disrespecting me or what I live. Nobody owes it to anybody else to sit there and listen to disrespect. Nobody. You serve Yah, you keep the commandments. That's the duty of man. Brothers, protect your house. Sisters, protect your husband's name. And move on together with righteousness and right ruling and be happy. That's why people want to disrespect you. It's because their lives are miserable. And they can't keep your name, your life out their mouth. Hope that answers the question I've been asked. I'm going to get back to work. Bless y'all. Shalom.